LegoCon 2022 is a few days away, where the LEGO Group will unveil new products, interview designers, and more. This is the second year of this event, and hopefully it's better than the train wreck from last year.
And it broke another one.
Oh no!
Another one.
Why was this event so poorly received, and why is everyone holding their breath for this year's? To find out, we need to take a look at last year's event. LEGO uploaded a trailer for the first ever LegoCon on June 1st, 2021, showcasing a 90-minute live stream that would feature special guests, live builds, Q&A with designers, and most interestingly, new set reveals. All of your favorite themes would be there, like Harry Potter, Minecraft, Technic, Star Wars, Dots, and Super Mario. The stream was set for June 26th and would feature everyone's favorite LEGO character, the llama from Video. A few weeks later, the event happened. There was a pre-show featuring different AFOLs, and the only person I recognized was Brotherhood Bricks, but all of the presenters were cool. I did notice a lot of weird cuts across the board, so I think LEGO definitely edited these segments down, which makes sense, but it just makes everyone sound unnatural and kind of robotic.
We always check in on each other and share mocks.
Then it was time for the show. The first major segment was for some NASA sets that came out 2 months prior. These designer interview segments are cool, but don't have any reason to be in a live format, which just makes them less polished. The NASA interview was a good decision, and this man is really advertising his own book in the background. But this clip of him building a set in space was edited so weird. This was taken from a longer video that already released, but they should have just put the whole video in here rather than just part of it. Editing it down just feels so clunky and weird. Then they introduced the LEGO Dots live build. This is a segment that they return to throughout the show where people submit their designs online, and then the team here builds them throughout the show and puts them up on a wall. All of the designs are now a part of the LEGO house. And I like this concept, although I wouldn't mind an expanded color palette. I'm guessing they'll continue working through the color spectrum throughout the years, so then the restrictive palette makes sense, but still, it would have been nice to have more options. LEGO Harry Potter is next, and they're showcasing the giant Harry and Hermione set, which, of course, was already available. Where are the new reveals? These aren't new. I can't help but feel like this would have been so much cooler if this was when they unveiled the new 20th anniversary sets. Of course, they'd have to move this event or the release date, but that would have been so much more impactful. Then a quick LEGO Masters promo. It could have been cool to interview previous winners during this, but nah. And now they're talking about LEGO House Dinos, and I'm realizing this is also an ad for the LEGO house itself, which was still pretty new at the time. It's okay though, because they built a 1-to-1 scale model of the Technic Lamborghini. Hey, yeah, that's a cool way to introduce a set. Oh. Next is a segment about the Ideas typewriter. Wouldn't it have been great to interview the fan designer instead of showing a video? At least this set came out after the show, but that didn't stop it from being revealed before then. At least they announced the winner of the We Love Sports Ideas competition, which is the first new piece of information we've gotten so far. No interview with that fan designer though. Next is a very long segment on LEGO's sustainability efforts. LEGO isn't the only corporation to market their environmental efforts, but why is this segment longer than the last two combined? And the only real announcement is that they can make bricks from plastic bottles. Great stuff, but they cut the designer interviews so short, but this one gets time to breathe? Okay. Minecraft time! An actual designer interview, and this time with live questions. There were only 3 questions though, and they didn't read out who sent them in, so were they actually live, or just picked from a pre-written list? Also, they put a product animation in here for some reason, and these aren't even new reveals. They did call someone from Mojang, which I think is a good idea for a guest for something like this, and they announced a live vote to pick a figure to include in an upcoming set. I get why they did this. Mojang has done something similar where they show off concepts for different additions to the game and players vote, except there they still have to program those things into the game after showing concept art, but LEGO just gave us 3 minifigure designs which already look complete. So all that's left to do is produce the designs, so we could have just gotten all 3. LEGO Friends got a good segment here. I really enjoyed this vlog. The set's already released though, because of course they did.
This year marks the 10th anniversary of LEGO Ninjago, and we couldn't have a LEGOCon without celebrating this decade of adventures.
Yes, LEGO Ninjago fans and LEGO gaming fans, this one is for you. Let's take a look.
One of the cool things about 2021 was that it was the 10th anniversary of Ninjago, LEGO's most successful original story IP. So to celebrate this momentous occasion, they advertised the TV show and added Seabound to LEGO Brawls, a mobile game on Apple Arcade. Okay. Would have been cool to reveal one more 10th anniversary set or something, but No. Then we get a trailer for Lego Luigi, and this segment says advertisement across the whole thing, as if the whole rest of the show isn't an advertisement. And welcome back to the game show. Today's question is, when was the Lego Luigi set first revealed? If you said months prior to LegoCon, you're correct. We're nearing the end of the show, so now it's time for Star Wars, which I would think is LEGO's most heavy-hitting theme. They have a video showing off a new Mandalorian set, but this was leaked beforehand in a LEGO catalog. I personally didn't mind the video. It's kind of like having a trailer for the set, which makes this feel more like a new video game announcement, which is fun. Speaking of video games, they showed off Lego Builder's Journey, and this game is really great. It was out for a while by that point, but it wasn't a super well-known thing, so I understand its inclusion here. This did feel a lot like a video game presentation though, maybe because it actually is a video game. And to end things off, they went back to Technic. They showed off 2 sets, and I've never been into Technic, but they had this little race segment. And that would have been cooler if it was live, I'm just saying. I can't find anything suggesting these were revealed before, so maybe these are actually new set reveals. I'm sure this was cool for Technic fans, but I don't remember if these were already announced, so I'm just not sure that this has the grand finale of your show appeal. Even though it was already revealed, I feel like Star Wars makes way more sense as a finale just because of how popular it is. That's it for announcements, but to wrap up the show, we have a dance party with LLAMA, who's going on tour to Legolands. They really seem to put a lot of marketing into video, but I don't think it worked. And that's the show. Looking back, I think it makes a lot more sense that this was targeted for kids rather than adults. And if I was a kid, this event would have been amazing. But I'm an adult, and a lot of this wasn't really new information to me, so it was hard to be excited about it. I guess they technically had new set reveals there, except that the most exciting one from Star Wars was leaked by LEGO a month earlier. I think it would have been a cool reveal if we hadn't seen it before, but we did, and the other reveals didn't really do anything for most people. I can't help but feel like there's a missed opportunity here. I've been making a lot of comparisons to video game presentations, and I think part of the reason is that LEGO hosted this in June, which is historically the month where E3 happens, a giant video game expo where all the major companies reveal stuff. I would love something like that for LEGO. Even if they wanted to keep the event focused at kids, they could still reveal new things and have the same designer interviews. Here is my plan to rework LEGOCon. In early May, just so that they can keep the June 1 releases for sets, LEGO has a presentation revealing all of the summer sets for that year. Just think how fun it would be if there was a 2-hour presentation showing off the summer waves of every LEGO theme. They can have the same designer interviews, and it'll be cooler because they can showcase play features on sets we've never seen before. Of course, by this point they already have their plans set in stone for this year's event, but hopefully in future years we can get more new set reveals. This year they are teasing a new Marvel set reveal, and hopefully that doesn't get leaked ahead of time. Okay, well, the idea was there.